women, Jubilee Women Brigade. And all those women who participated, especially in top leadership, they were appreciated and given a position that they were promised.
Is that enough?
That is not enough, but it's a step forward. And we must say thank you.
It's better than where we were 5 years ago.
Yes, better than where we are 5 years ago. I have looked at Tanzania. Tanzania has a national women caucus where they are recognized even at the presidential level, from the grassroots level to the national level. Once we have that kind of caucus and support by various political parties, because when it comes to women issues, there are no political differences. Yeah, it's women agenda. It's women interest. Once we have that, then we can be able to push women to the top leadership position, and we will be able to go further than where we are.
Yes.
Come in.
I like that Honorable Aboso said, I don't know what civil society thinks. Now, this is actually Teresa as a woman and many other women in Kenya who look at this. If today President Uhuru Kenyatta takes a speech and announces women as leaders, there will be leaders in this country. So that answers your question. Why is it that we are not making the 2/3? If today the leaders of both main political parties announce that women, and I want to remind you that I was here with you in a show just before the cabinet secretary's appointment, and what happened immediately is that we asked, please consider number of women to join in, to have in the cabinet. He had the opportunity. The same time with nomination, even at least we said we have competent women. If you don't have a place to check from,
I hope
we have.
And Senator,
we
share this.
Yes, we have. And I remember the last parting shot you asked me, what message do you have for the president? And I said, you have the power, you can do it, you can have these women. If today the president gives the bill, the Duale bill has been there, the bill that men walked out, the one they're talking about.
They took breaks.
Yes, they took breaks conveniently. If today again he takes the majority leader of parliament, and today look at who is the majority in parliament, Jubilee, right? If he took it and returned it back to parliament as this is the message, then I believe there will be quite a force behind it. So it's all about political will. And also, yes, I agree that he could maybe say that and maybe some few men from Jubilee Party walk out. But let me tell you, if the leader of the party has said this is what is good for my government and this is what will make my government look professional and important, they will be in parliament to pass the bill. So that is my view. I probably agree with them with they're grateful to the president and the deputy president, and I'm sure that they still can be able to be part of the influencing body towards getting more women. And again, it doesn't have to only be at parliament. Let's look at even cabinet secretaries, ambassadors,
6 out of 21.
Public appointments. And I agree with Honorable Fatuma when she says, without the women, they would not have been there. So what happens? You forget us and come back in 2022?
So women will be needed again in 2021, around there. That's when now suddenly they'll be called in groups.
Yeah, so that becomes quite an unfair process. But anyway, back to the society, because I believe the president is also just one vote, at the end of the day. But back to the society also needs to see things differently. And that's what FIDA Kenya tries to do with other women rights organizations in Kenya. Continuous education to tell them women can. And we really appreciate when women who have made it, like now Honorable Aboso, Fatuma, Waiguru, Charity, all of them come to forums where they encourage women and they've mentored women. There are women I know who say they've been mentored by Honorable Aboso, and that's why they are in the race. I know Fatuma Dulo is a very good public speaker when it comes to even speaking to women. So we shall get there, but we have to still work on that societal perception. And allow me just to say this. When she's called Godwin, the first girl who in the last exams. Yes. When she was the first one, it now became a crisis. The boy child is in problems. Yet it's the first time a girl is leading this country since 1963. Let's not make a crisis out of little achievements that we get. And that's also a victory for one girl. If you look at the rest of the results, where are the girls? And these are the statistics that people don't share and keep on bringing us back to this empowerment that we are talking about, Honorable Laboso said very well that girls are really being empowered to now stand up and say, actually, I can also be a pilot. I can also be, a driver, a lorry driver if I wanted.
A governor.
You know. But the minute you see that progress is coming up, immediately someone else comes with a different advocacy. And I'm not saying the boy child does not need help. They need, because these girls are going to be married to them in future. But I do not want us to lose the focus.
Okay.
Because the truth is, it's only girls who get pregnant at age 15. Boys don't. It's only girls who need pads.
Have to drop out of school.
It's girls who drop out of school. They're girls who still get married early. It's only women who, when they enter a chopper, they are asked, what are you doing? What's happening to the world? So we need not to lose our focus.
Okay. Yes. I know each of you need to dash because you have various events in the lead up to International Women's Day tomorrow. I want to give you a chance to talk about the day tomorrow. The theme is Press for Progress, and according to the website for the global celebration, it says, we cannot be complacent. Now more than ever before, there's a strong call to action to press forward and progress gender parity. How can we translate this to the Kenyan scenario? Let me start with you, Governor.
Thank you. I think for me, I want to encourage women that this is not this leadership and going for political office. It's not going to be given to you. You have to take it. You have to make the decision that you want to actually be that leader, and you must be able to do what my colleagues have said. That you would stop listening to all the noises. Stop listening to all the propaganda. Stop listening or reading all the social media. I can assure you, I would not be governor today if I was to go by what is written about me on social media. So refuse to listen to the noises. Focus on where it is that you want to go. That pressing on means you make the decision, take the step
in whatever field,
in whichever field that you're interested in. Don't be a lackluster kind of a person. When you want, show that passion. Go for what it is that you want. And of course, we want for me, and I want to really thank the people of Bomet for really giving me this opportunity to be one of the first governors here in Kenya. I know we have a lot of expectations from Kenyans, on how we are going to on performance, because really just said, when you do give a woman a chance to be a leader, then they really perform. And we are looking, and I will really want us, we must really succeed, the three of us, at least to the point that people can see, let's talk development, let us address the issues that are key to our people, those things that really mean a lot to them in terms of development, in terms of that empowerment. How do you bring that woman that Senator Dulo is talking about? How that grassroots woman, how do you make a difference in their lives and make sure that the things that you are doing actually do touch them? So to me, ladies, tomorrow, tomorrow is important for us. It is a day that we all, come back and focus on ourselves as women and where we are, whether it's in politics, whether it's in, whichever field that you are in. So I want to encourage them. You have enough mentors out there, and encourage the lady leaders also to mentor, bring in and encourage more women to come on board.
Okay.
I want to just lastly to say, actually, like for us, I must say that I'm also here because I got the political will. And it's not just in words, it was very practical. Proper support from my party, the Jubilee, from the president, the deputy, and all the other leaders. I'm sure the campaigns in Bomet, everybody, literally the whole country was watching and going along with it. So I must say, yes, even these 2/3, actually, I agree with them. Teresa, I agree with her when she says that we can actually do it. If Duale and the team really decided that we are going to have this bill, it will happen. But this, if we keep saying, with this political, shyness and saying it will finish us politically and all this and all these interests that come in.
That's the remaining
but I really hope that something will change. But encourage the women out there. Let's celebrate our day. Let's celebrate ourselves. Let's show that confidence. We are important. We are valuable. And give yourself a pat on the back. Any woman, and say,
any woman out there, give yourself
person.
a pat on the back. Senator, come in and we'll take this as your final thoughts.
Thank you very much. In as much as we celebrate International Women's Day, for me, I always really want to know what we have achieved. Yeah, both national and the county level. What do we count for this celebration? That was rings in my mind. For example, I come from Isiolo. Apart from myself elected as a senator and a women rep, and a few women in appointment positions, CEC and the like. The larger women community, what are we celebrating as Isiolo? Where are they? You know, most of them are still carrying water on their backs. Most of them, they are unable to take their kids to school because they are single mothers. Even for those who are not single mothers, their fathers, they don't have day-to-day earnings. They are unable to take their kids to school. So clearly, maybe we need to come up with a better strategy to say that this year we have achieved this much because we have empowered this number of women. There are a lot of funds that go to the counties, especially on women empowerment. Policies are there, legislations are there. Especially the contract to be given to the women. The policy is 30% must be given to women. Is that really working?
It is.
How do we enforce it? You know?
How do we enforce it? I think that's the
youths, they are
question.
supposed to be given 30% of the contractual opportunities. Is it really working? Are we achieving that? Because those are the policies and legislations that are in place. Yeah? So we have a lot to do. And I think it should start with all of us as leaders to make sure that we have actually gone down to assist the women at the grassroots level. And we must push also the leadership, political leadership at the highest level and also at the parliament level and at the governors level, at the grassroots level, to see that we have actually empowered women and youth at that grassroots level. If we don't do that, then we'll still remain the same, so that we have something to count on as a celebration for Women International Day.
You have asked very good questions.
Yeah, finally, I am where I am, first, because of Jubilee government. And I will still really appreciate what support, or the support I was given by the two leadership of Jubilee Party. Yeah, and I think if that opportunity is given to more women who have capacity, who are able to be in those positions, Kenya will be different today. Can we have what we have in Rwanda, Uganda, because Uganda is also far much ahead of us in terms of appointing women to leadership position. But we are grateful to Jubilee government and Jubilee leadership for having actually held the hands of women who are able to come out and fight for those positions. They have never let us down. And we count on you to increase the numbers.
More can be done.
Yes. And I believe if those other political parties can do the same, then we'll be able to celebrate, or we will be having something to celebrate about whenever we have International Women's Day. But women must wake up. They should not wait for somebody to come and pull them from their houses.
And I'll give them appointments.
Yeah. So they should come out. They should actually forget about what they are being called, because as Governor has said, he will listen to those voices out there that is really trying, because those are strategies by men to pull us down. If you listen to it, we will not be where we are today.
Fair enough. Let me allow Teresa.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Senator. Teresa, coming now.
Just to go back to the International Women's Day again, I mean, there are countries where this is a public holiday.
Really?
Yes, Cameroon is one of them. In Africa, I even actually had to check in Africa so that you're not told you're following the Muzungu
way.
There's
no holiday here.
Yeah, so so first, probably, this would be one of those public holidays where we sit back, Honorable Fatuma, and check those achievements that she's saying, where all Kenyans sit and you actually reflect on how far are we with the girls in schools, how far are we with the girls, women in public participation, politics, in health. You know, we've had so many issues in our country. So maybe just to make a score of how far we've gone. So probably one day it will be a public holiday. But most important is that tomorrow, let all men and women who care about women in this country and girls in this country, and children generally, let's come out tomorrow and do something nice. To the women of this country.
I think before
just maybe to add that on 9th we still continue the celebrations at FIDA. People can join us at the Arboretum because
Okay,
we'll
you
be
have a
marking
function
more.
there.
Yes, we'll be
Okay.
having a